Hey, this is Notser, and this is not World of Warships. This is World of Warplanes. There is water, but I don't see any ships. So why am I playing this game? Well, the launcher was like, hey, 2.0 is coming out. Why don't you check it out? Bunch of changes. New class bombers. We've got domination, respawn, new UI, new controls. Okay, I'll give it a try. 40 gigs later, well, kind of regret that. Boy, if it would have sucked, that would have sucked to have to download all of that data. But thankfully, it doesn't suck. And for those of you who are like, man, I can't risk all that investment for 40 gigs. Hopefully this answers any questions you might have for the game. So World of Warplanes came out before World of Warships, and it was awful. Just wasn't good enough. It was like playing 3D World of Tanks. You had hit points and all that stuff, and well, that's a head-on. That's something that doesn't exist in tanks or World of Warships. I think I gotta get used to aircraft flying next to me. I was about to say sailing next to me. So, yeah. We'll get better, We gotta respawn. Don't worry about that. But World of Warplanes came out 4 or 5 years ago, and it was received poorly. Controls were awful. It was really hitchy. It just wasn't as good as War Thunder. War Thunder had a more realistic model because it was built on a sim, and it would turn things on to make it easier or harder for you. Cool. Played some War Thunder. I really enjoyed War Thunder, but it's really grindy, and Gaijin is not as kind to community contributors, content creators, as Wargaming. I know, unbelievable, right? Plus, I have a good relationship with Wargaming, so it was a natural try for me. Nobody's paying me for this. I just really like the game, and I wanted to share my gameplay with you. This is someone who didn't play it. I played maybe 1 or 2 games previously, unlocked 1 aircraft, because I use like free XP and all that stuff. I was a noob, okay? This was before World of Warship, before the Empire. And yeah, I check it out. You'll notice that the UI is very clean. We've got the speed, airspeed on the left. We've got the altitude on the right. Obviously, you have your crosshair in the center. Just below that is the speed boost. So I would analogous to, war throttle. Something like that, where it allows you to do like 10 or 15% of your engine to get some boost speed. In the bottom right is the chat. You also see a faint outline of an aircraft, and that basically is going to tell you if a module is knocked out. Your left wing, your right wing, your rudder, your engine, the body structure, and I think everything can eventually be repaired. So obviously that's very arcadey, but that's fine if it's fun, if the controls feel good, rewarding. You'll notice that some of the numbers, they change from like yellow to red. Red is obviously telling me you are stalling. You don't have enough engine speed to maintain altitude. And it'll go yellow if I think I'm going too fast or too high for the aircraft. I'm obviously a giant noob. These white aircraft are domination-based defense. The red ones are either player control or bot controlled. And you knock them out, you gain control of the territory. The more territory you control, the more tick rate. Very familiar. And I'm just transitioning. Left, right, shoot this guy down. Oh, get close to that guy. Stall warning, obviously. God, that was close. Shoot the guy down. That's a bomber. He's obviously slow. He's trying to do ground attack. Well, yeah, all these fighters are just like eating him up like a wolf pack. I zoom in with F if you're curious how I'm doing this little like sniper zoom. And in the top right corner, you'll see that sort of like, it's not a ribbon system like World of Warships, but you are getting a tick of XP and resources, and it's telling you in real time that you're doing a good job. I haven't found any way to display that for the rest of the game. I really like that in World of Warships because it allows me to see just how progressed I am from beginning to end, or someone I'm watching. I just appreciate that. It's cool to see the 5 kills and to keep it on screen and stuff like that. Bottom right, obviously mini-map, and then bottom on the map, on the screen itself, you get your warnings like there's an enemy on your 6, stall warning. You also get your health pool, and yes, it does have health, but it feels a lot more familiar to someone who's played War Thunder. War Thunder, they hide all that stuff. There is health for each section of the the aircraft. You eventually will just take too much damage on your wing and it will, break off or whatever. Sometimes one shot will take it out. You've got cannons, obviously, in War Thunder to just, like, annihilate, and this is Tier 1. I am literally at Tier 1 in Warplanes. I never played this game, but I'm liking my time with it. It feels good. It feels like I'm actually able to have my skill and my limited skill on display, how to engage targets, how to maintain airspeed, what to go after. You notice his right engine was knocked out. He was losing airspeed, and it probably, if we just left him, he'd have been wiped out either way, but clearly we killed him very quickly. And I just think it looks real clean. It's fun to play. The games are shorter than World of Warships, so I feel like I get in the action faster and people are more interested in fighting. That's all I'm asking for. I really just want to play games. And yeah, Warplanes felt like it. Look at this guy. He's got 2 on his tail. I'm going to come in and help. I've always liked this whole, like, dogfighting aircraft thing. Spacecraft. I played a lot of Star Wars games. Yep. There's the warning. I have an enemy on my 6. I can press X, or, I'm sorry, Q. I can press Q to look behind me. And it does sort of flip the control, so I got to get used to that. But it looks great. It feels really great. I don't feel like I'm controlling some rigid object that just happens to look like an aircraft in a model format. It actually feels pretty cool. And I love seeing all the aircraft going down. I was very cynical about trying this game. Because I knew the previous version, I had no interest in it. None at all. And I came away saying, damn, this is pretty fun. It was actually pretty cool. Is it as, aircraft savvy as War Thunder? No. But it's got just enough that it feels pretty awesome. And I've always liked this whole, like, play, shoot aircraft, target them, look for another aircraft around you, do it all again. Consider your resources and your airspeed and, all that stuff, and let's not crash. I'm really excited. I think I want to try and start leveling this up and talk about my experiences as I play it. I'm sure some of you are just laughing at me for only having Tier 1, but can you blame me? The old version was awful. So yeah. I figured, the bomber, he'll wait. Don't have to worry about the bomber. Get on the fighter that's on my teammates and knock them out. And I also was playing Battlefront 2, and I don't know, maybe I'm bad, but Battlefront 2 control scheme wasn't as good as this or War Thunder. I got to do something about that, but yeah, I know that's completely random, but I was just thinking about it on my mind because I had Battlefront 2 beta that was just live. So, that guy was on my tail, but we were able to turn tight. And I can't wait to learn more about aircraft, all that stuff. I mean, I was really pumped for this. Look at all the medals we got. This was an awesome game. And I will admit, I pick up games very quickly, so don't feel bad if you're like, damn it, Notser. You're not supposed to be this good this early. Well, first of all, most of the players down here are trying it for the first time. So if you have any advantage over them, you will dominate a lot of them. But also, I just play too many games. It's my job. So I'm sorry for that. But yeah, we got a ton of medals for that game. I loved it. You're going to see real quick our stats. Look at this. These are all Tier 1s. I do have a Tier 2. I think I just used free XP back in the day, and I was like, oh, this is awful, just to see if the aircraft get better. Either way, I hope you enjoy this. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you next time.